Alright, had to delete one of the videos my sister's made. Let's see. Alright, just filled up all the tanks. Alright, I had some videos like in the top 10s I was talking about the other day. So, here's mine. Stupendous Wave. Subscribe to this guy. Really good. Got a lot of stuff about Jurassic World and Pacific Rim, Godzilla. Did I say Jurassic World? Yeah, Jurassic World, Kong Skull Island, Kong vs. Godzilla, all of that. But he made a video talking about the top 5 most unused dinosaurs. And I decided, I thought I'd do mine, which is actually pretty close to his list. So, I thought I would do it anyway. Number 5 is the same as his, although I have 2 dinosaurs in this place, because I feel another one definitely deserves some more screen time. Pachycephalosaurus, because it was such a cool dinosaur during the roundup sequence in the first movie, and that's all you see of it, besides when it escapes along with the other herbivores, and then in Jurassic World when the rangers take it down because it wandered out of its area. So, that's definitely a dinosaur I think deserves some more time. And the other dinosaur that's in number 5 is Corythosaurus. And we only see it in one sequence in Jurassic Park 3 when Alan, Mr. and Mrs. Kirby, and Yudesky and Billy are running through the field away from the raptor pack, and they run to the herd of Parasaur, Rolophus, and the Corythosauruses. And that's all we see of it. And there are other herbivores. I would love to see the Edmontosauruses in another movie, and maybe Microceratus. I was really disappointed we didn't get to see those dinosaurs as well, because I thought it for sure if we had the Cretaceous cruise, we would surely see Microceratus because it's such a little dinosaur. I thought for sure we'd have them, but we didn't. Anyway, number 4 on this list is Triceratops. And I do agree with him. I think that Triceratops does need... I think Stegosaurus has had a lot more time than Triceratops. You got the scene in the Lost World. You got the ones when they're in the cages. You see them in the background in Jurassic World, in Jurassic Park 3, and then you also see them in Jurassic World. Although they are a background dinosaur, they're the most really viewed background dinosaur. So Triceratops, we see in the first movie, and that's probably the biggest scene we have of Triceratops. In the second movie, we only see one scene of it, and it's when it's crashing through the tent and just charges at a car. Then in Jurassic Park 3, we see them in the background when they're flying through the plane, and you see the Brachiosaurs and Corythosaurs, Parasaurs, and all of them. We see them in the background. And in Jurassic World, we see the Triceratopses, but they're still a side dinosaur like the Stegosauruses. But I really think that between those two, I'd rather have Triceratops have a bigger scene. Like Stupendous said, I really do want to see a Triceratops T-Rex fight. That would just be the biggest thing for all Jurassic Park / World fans. That's the most iconic dinosaur fight between the 2 most iconic dinosaurs. And we do kind of see a Trike and T-Rex fight in Jurassic Park, but it's in the game. And it was kind of cool, but still it's a game. We'd much rather see it in a movie. But let's get on to number 3. And number 3 is Mamincosaurus. Mamincosaurus was the sauropod dinosaur that we see in the Lost World, that the motorcycle goes right under it. And no, it's not related to Apatosaurus, because Apatosaurus, as you can see, is much smaller than the Mamincosaurus. I mean, Mamincosaurus was at the very tops of those trees, and Apatosaurus was barely touching the top of many of them, and they were just much smaller and bulkier. Mamincosaurus was much longer and kind of more slender, and we only see in that one movie, and it's the 3rd sauropod that we see in the Jurassic franchise: Brachiosaurus, Mamincosaurus, and Apatosaurus. But we really have not seen anything of that sauropod in the other movies. It's never really explained. It's probably the most unexplained dinosaur in the franchise. And I really hope we can get more chances with these other dinosaurs, like the ones from Jurassic World, like the Baryonyx, the Suchomimus, and the Matriacanthosaurus, and the Suchomimus, which I really want to see as well. But getting on to number 2, I really want to see this one in the movie, because we only saw it in Jurassic Park, and we got a visual of it in Jurassic World in a hologram, Dilophosaurus. And Dilophosaurus is one of my favorite Jurassic Park franchise dinosaurs. I just remember seeing Jurassic Park the first time and seeing this adorable little dinosaur, and then just becoming such a little monster and killing Dennis Nedry. This looks so evil when it's in the Jeep and it flares up. And I really want to see the Dilos back. We see them in the first movie, and they're much smaller. And then you see them almost raptor size in Jurassic World, you can tell. And I really want to see the Dilos back. I think they would just be the ultimate killing pack if they were going to militarized use. And on to number 1. This is the dinosaur that I saw in Jurassic Park 3 for just that split second, and I want to see it so bad. I got its toy over here. You know, it's one of my favorite toys. Ceratosaurus. And that's just one of the neatest little dinosaurs. And it's not necessarily a little dinosaur. It's bigger than the Velociraptor and smaller than the T-Rex. And it looks like it could sustain firepower, definitely. But it probably wouldn't be the best dinosaur for military use. But I would definitely love to see it back in a movie, whatever they choose to do. If you look at the military route, there's not a lot of these dinosaurs couldn't be used. If you're talking about in combat situations, you couldn't have them just running through buildings and all of that. I mean, it's just implausible. They would be used for tracking and hunting, and there's only a few dinosaurs that have the specific skills to do it. Dilos are probably the least likely to use, but they are pack hunters we've seen in the game and all that. And they have the spitter, they can spit, and they're very stealthy. Then there's the raptors, which the raptors are just the perfect, just wolves. They can scent, they can track, and they can hunt. And then there's an Indominus Rex, which of course we see in Jurassic World can sustain heavy firepower, can dodge firepower, can run at a significant pace, and is intelligent. Those are the types of dinosaurs, and maybe even Spinosaurus, because even though Spinosaurus can take a hit, we can tell it's got longer forearms, and it's an aquatic dinosaur. So that one seems also as well in use. Those 4 dinosaurs, really only. A T-Rex wouldn't be good in this situation because, for one, it's got bad eyesight, and then you can tell it can't sustain as much power as from the other larger theropods like Spino and Indominus. And it's also it's not a very bright dinosaur. It's hunt, but if it isn't directed towards a specific target, it's almost useless in combat. But anyway, that's my list. I've got another video coming up about, let's see, I think it's more of a political rant about blackfish and about this crap that we're just going through in society. The whole thing with the presidential campaign, even though I can't vote, I am very much into it. I'm not a big Trump fan, but I would take him over Hillary Clinton. I can't stand her. I don't pride myself on hating people, but if I had, well, really, it's only 4 people, almost 5 people that I kind of despise in this world. Obama, Hillary Clinton, Jesse Velmer, I think it's Velmer, and he was the jackwad that sued Kyle, I forgot his last name, the American Sniper. And if you read up on it, and a lot of people probably know this, it was so... How he won that case is just unbelievable. And he won 1.865... $865 million. And all he refers to, the American Sniper only refers to him as Scuffface. And you say it was you. How does he win this? I'll tell you why. Because he was the governor of, I forgot. Virginia, I think. It really sucks because I really liked his character in Predator, which is probably the most combat he's ever seen. If you checked out his Twitter and all that, I'm not on Twitter, but I looked him up the other day. That's probably the most combat he's ever seen, and yet he's still ranting on about our boys over there. And he was in the military, but he was, I forgot what he was, but he probably never saw a day of combat in his life. Just played with fake guns, that's all he's ever done. And he just keeps on ranting on about our boys over there, even though they're doing... I'm just irritated with that dude. Really can't stand him. Then it'd be Joe Biden, then my dad. Surprising, because I hate my dad least of all over these politicians. Let's see. I think I'll just go on with the rant about Blackfish. I really can't stand that documentary. I've watched it, and it's just bogus. And if you read up on it, you can tell they fabricated a lot of the stuff on there. Except for the part about capturing killer whales. And I understand. It was wrong how he caught them. We didn't know how family-oriented they were. We didn't understand. And that's why we have put in laws to never do it again. It was so we could learn. That was the whole point. And the one whale I feel very sorry for that was in that kind of decade of just all that capture, I'll just say that, is Lalina, the killer whale. And that is amazing. I can't stand that the Miami Aquarium, I guess what's called. How do they say that pool she is in is any way healthy for a killer whale? It has no protection from sunlight. She can barely stretch in it. And it's unbelievable to me. And you know why? I get that you think it's happy. The reason why is because you kept it in captivity for so long, it doesn't know anything else. And look at their manatee pools. It's disgusting. I can understand if it was a rescue pool, because of course you have to keep them under observation, but these pools are tiny. The guys from Tank, Brett and Wade, they have made koi ponds bigger than these manatee pools that they have. And they're in any way natural. It's just a swimming pool with a manatee in it. And then they packed how many crocodiles into one tiny pond, which the pond does look significantly adequate for all the crocodiles, but that's not the point. It's unbelievable. I can't stand. I really do not like PETA on a lot of stuff that they go with, but there's a few things I do agree with them on. Shutting down the Miami Aquarium, for one, or they can keep the animals, just expand your area. Expand these pools. Make them... just do whatever you can do to... I don't know. Anyway, the Korean fur trade, which I think is just horrible. And, really nothing else. Except poaching. Poaching, I don't agree with that at all. Of course. But Korean fur trade is a horrible thing. You see in that one video, I've seen several videos on the Korean fur trade, and it's horrible. They are importing animals from America that still have their tags on them. I don't even understand how that's even legal. I'm watching my turtle right now. I gotta kill all these goldfish. I was kind of in a hurry, and I just dumped all the goldfish in there, and they're trying to eat them, so I gotta take them, and use the tweezers and kill them. And it's quick and painless. But anyway, it kills them instantly, and the turtles eat them. Anyway, I think I'm gonna do another video and on my top favorite Jurassic franchise, Dinosaurs and all that. So I'll get back on that. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Let's see.